Congress wants to change the way companies are unionized by taking away an employee's right to a private ballot and imposing mandatory arbitration. Soon, the Employee Free Choice Act, or otherwise known as card check, could move through the House of Representatives and the Senate and on its way into law. The name sounds wonderful, the Employee Free Choice Act, but nothing could be more misleading or threatening to employers and employees. I'm here today to outline the radical changes that could take place and to educate you about the unpublicized truths. In order to understand these changes, we must first understand the unionization process as it exists today. Organizing can happen several different ways, from employees quietly discussing workplace issues to union organizers directly soliciting your employees. Either way, the goal is to establish an organization committee from which a program of union demands and union election strategy is created. Today, co-workers are asked to join the union and support the union program by signing membership cards. Though the goal is to sign up a sizable majority, only 30% of your employees' signatures are required in order to file a petition to schedule an election. Once the appropriate number of cards are submitted, a petition is filed and the National Labor Relations Board schedules an election. While you're waiting for an election to take place, you have the opportunity to discuss employee issues and the potential impact of unionization on your company. Election time comes, and every employee has the opportunity to vote in private, without coercion or intimidation. All employees vote with a private ballot. If the employees choose to unionize, negotiations begin. The employer and the union must agree on all aspects of the contract. If an agreement cannot be met, the union has the right to strike, and the employer has the right to stand its ground until a compromise that everyone can agree on is met. Now let's take a look at the unionization process under card check. Organizing begins in the same way, but the similarities end there. All the provisions that ensure a fair and honest election are now out the window. In order for a union to form, a 50% plus one simple majority of employees must sign a card. That's it. There is no petition, no employer meeting, no pre-scheduled election, and no private ballot vote. In fact, the only hurdle organizers face is getting over 50% of the employees to publicly fill out a card. And those signatures are collected right there in the workplace for up to 12 months. That's right. Everyone will know how everyone else is voting, opening employees up to harassment and coercion from union bosses and employees at work and at home.
Hello?
Yeah, hey Laura, this is Dennis from the shop.
Dennis?
Yeah.
No, I already told you exactly how I feel.
Yeah, well, I was expecting you to reconsider.
No, I haven't reconsidered, and I don't appreciate you calling me at home.
Well, you better get on board because...
To make matters worse, once the 50% plus one is actually met, some employees may not even know that a union is formed until it's too late.
So how much do you think these union dues are going to cost us?
What dues?
Our union dues. We're a union now.
Union?
Yeah.
Am I missing something?
I think so.
But what happens once a union is formed under card check? This is a very important point. Remember, under current law, the employer and the union must agree for a contract to be ratified. However, under card check, things change drastically. You see, if the employer and the new union can't agree on a contract within 120 days, binding arbitration begins. This leaves little incentive for the union to negotiate. Why would the union make concessions to the employer when the arbitrator may give them everything they want? All they have to do is run out the clock. Now who's in control of your business? Who's going to make the final decisions whether you agree with them or not? The federally appointed arbitrator. But who is the arbitrator? And where does he get the information to make the right decisions? Well, that's not defined within the Act. However, this much we do know. The arbitrator will likely have little or no knowledge of your industry or business.
I've just been reading up on your metal forming industry.
This guy knows nothing about my business.
Arbitration depends on industry comparisons, but the data on comparable employers is not publicly available under current antitrust laws. Since the arbitrator can't compare, he can't make knowledgeable decisions. The arbitrator does not have much to work with when trying to determine what is fair. In addition, arbitration always lags behind economic shifts, making it difficult for your company to react to changing market conditions. And what exactly does the arbitrator get to decide? Everything. All of your day-to-day business decisions are in his hands, and the decisions are binding for a period of 2 years for both the employer and the new union. The debate to pass this act has already begun, and our newly elected president has promised to sign CARCHECK into law. Given current economic conditions and the continuing crisis in Detroit, is this the right time to expand big labor's potential to control your business? There's still time for you to make an impact in this process. Use one voice, the newly formed Advocacy Alliance between the Precision Metalforming Association and the National Tooling and Machining Association, as your voice in Washington, D.C. Contact either association to find out how you can contribute to the fight against this unfair and uncalled for legislation.